apologize for this, but being live is always difficult because you don't see the problem before the start.
So now we are in live. We are trying to recover all in time. We have to change everything because the program don't keep track of nothing. And this is quite strange, but probably we are back in track right now. So,
All right.
ok. I have to... Tiri fuori il programmino.
Okay, we are now going to the table just to understand which is the score.
17, 16. Okay. Now everything is good. Okay. Finally. There is a Sky Fisher in Zamparini board that it's quite good because Sky Fisher plus Radiant Fountain it's very, very good.
Yeah, it's a good engine to keep your life up, and it's basically like countering your opponent's spell.
Yeah.
And that's also interesting because in the meantime you are able to develop your game, put pressure, and try to find the lead on the board. So.
Yeah, also if you put a little of pressure and keep your life up, that is the secret to win that match for sure. The end of Gasperi, it's quite low. She has only 3 carry hand and a blood token that now used to discard a mountain and draw. Now she has 8 damage in hand, but that is not enough.
That is not enough because you have to face the race of your opponent, so you don't have all the time of the world.
No.
Every bird he is able to develop basically counter one of your cards, so you need time, but you don't have it.
Oh, another Radiant Fountain. I think that it's a GG's. Another swing for 2. And what is the card? That it's the Dawnbringer Cleric.
It's the 1/3.
No. Oh, now it's time for the... It's time for the Monarch. That is a good mechanic in Pauper, but yesterday we saw that it's not that great because there is the new adventure the mechanics that go on the dungeon that seems to be the new Monarch mechanic. So I don't know if this is enough. I'm not quite sure if the monarch mechanic is better or not. But it's quite interesting for sure. We saw the dwarf yesterday, the black dwarf that it's very good. 3 damage again, but I don't know. Oh, the earth.
I don't think this will be enough to be back in this game. So
It's not very and a very amount of damage, but could be enough to drain resource because you know Zamparini doesn't have counters, so you can drain some amount of life and then try to kill him with.
now she is under a double kind of pressure. The first one from the board and the second one from the monarch. So
Yeah. Another Skyfisher that play again the Radiant Fountain, so 3-time Radiant Fountain for that game. That is quite a lot. Okay, 2 mana, cast down,
destroying your only creature. So
Cure. And now swing for 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Go down to 8.
now it's your turn.
Yeah.
What's the last card in Zamparini's hand?
In Gasperi end, it's
No,
Fire
in-
Blast.
Yeah, no, in Zamparini.
He has two cards in hand.
Yeah,
but
the game is over.
yeah, I think the loop of Skyfisher with Radiant Fountain it's quite hard to beat for a barn player. How many Radiant Fountain? Zamparini has 3 Radiant Fountain. That is quite a lot.
Yeah,
to beat.
but he also got 2 Long Missionary in his sideboard.
Wow.
That is a really powerful card in this kind of
The
matchup.
4 life, it's a lot.
It's a lot, and also if you manage to bounce it
And replace.
just one time, it counters 3 cards.
It's quite a lot.
Of your opponent. So
In the end of in the sideboard of Burn, I don't know if there are good cards to put because there are the Praetor of Keld, the card that when come to play make damage and then you can sack with Echo. But Flurry in Pain could be, but I don't know. There are not good cards.
It's not going to prevent any damage, I think.
Yeah,
So
no.
The main card you need to see in multiple copies is for sure Skull Crack.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
Non è legale in questo formato?
No.
Ah no, data,
Pass.
morto.
Yeah, I think it's quite hard for Gasper to win that match. And I love the fact that black-white mid-range deck it's quite popular at that tournament. We saw yesterday 2 of that and the Risk Tomato Pate. Today we saw again 1 of that. It's quite interesting. Non vinci mai. Cerchi questo.
La terra.
Ah. Sì, sì. No. Ah. E che era quella creatura che aveva in campo? Questo qua. Okay. So we're probably ready to start the game. I think the only way to win that match for Gasperi is to have a great hand that make a lot of damage in few turns, maybe multiple enchantment.
Yeah, he played 3 pestilence. He played 3 pestilence.
There is a Bivu white pestilence. Yeah, it's a different version, but I like a lot that type of deck that try to grind resources for a lot of time.
Ve lo spiego in italiano perché facciamo un po' prima e poi tanto la spiegazione è per voi. Allora, crediamo fortemente che in generale l'Italia abbia fatto un grande lavoro nei formati Eternal e sia una cosa molto importante non chiuderci in noi stessi e continuare a creare dei contenuti o delle cose che possano essere visionati e compresi al 100% soltanto da chi è nato qua e parla la nostra lingua, visto che alla fine la parliamo solo noi. Fare un contenuto in inglese dà la possibilità anche a persone straniere appassionate del formato di interfacciarsi con la community, di interagire con noi. Questa cosa per lo streaming non è necessaria, potremmo anche farlo completamente in italiano, anzi per noi sarebbe molto più facile in quanto è la nostra lingua madre. Ma nel tempo ci siamo accorti che esiste una riflessione sul numero dei partecipanti agli eventi, perché quando qualcuno si sente partecipe della cosa e viene considerato, e soprattutto quando l'Italia, che viene vista da fuori come un'eccellenza a livello organizzativo di gameplay e di tutto quello che riguarda un po' Magic a 360 gradi, si apre al mondo, la risposta è sempre molto positiva. Siccome speriamo di potervi regalare eventi sempre più grandi, con sempre più persone e darvi la possibilità di confrontarvi un po' con tutti, con la comodità ovviamente di poter essere nel proprio paese a un numero di chilometri dignitoso, crediamo che fare lo streaming in inglese sia la cosa migliore. So che magari per qualcuno di voi è una cosa scomoda, avrebbe preferito averlo in italiano, ma è un male necessario. E l'ultimo Four Seasons ne è la dimostrazione lampante, che ha fatto per 2 praticamente sul numero dei suoi partecipanti. Quindi speriamo l'anno prossimo di poter avere un Geddon da 600 persone.
Esatto.
E questo purtroppo deve passare solo ed esclusivamente dagli stranieri, quindi lo facciamo tutti assieme, è uno sforzo incredibile.
Okay, so back in the match, Gasperi played the Vanish man that made 2 damage when come to the battlefield, but again a Radiant Fountain pushed back the damage. Then it's quite hard to beat Lone Missionary plus Radiant Fountain at turn 2 gains 6 life.
It's the 30% of your life gain in only 2 turns, and when the only goal of your opponent's deck, it's trying to kill you very fast and using spells. So it's really different because if you're playing against an aggro deck that needs to develop the board and put pressure, it can recover from some gain life. But every time you need to use one of your cards in order to make damage to your opponent, it's really, really, really tough.
Okay, yeah. Oh, this card is quite good. The card is the expressive iteration for Pauper or something like that. You exile 2 and then you can play until your next turn. The problem here is that with a Skyfisher you can bounce Lone Missionary and then play another Gate 4. Wow.
And that's the time. It's really hard to do this kind of play because you need to find the right window because your opponent can kill Lone Missionary in response, and that's not what you want to do. So Zamparini took the opportunity as fast as he could.
Yeah.
And you are also developing board, so
6 damage here, but it's not enough because now Zamparini will gain again 4
life, so back to 19.
So you spend 4 mana to make 2 damage.
Yeah, the interesting part in this matchup, I think that's the position the player needs to take.
Yeah.
It's clear most of the time you play for the win, but in this case, the only thing Zamparini needs to do is just not lose, because the normal develop of the game will lead him to the victory by attacking with his creatures. So,
Castigate. Also, the fact that the board that Zamparini can create, it's quite hard for Gasperi to use to make damage with the creature, because Tarabini Spectre, for example, is a good blocker for a pure. Ash Barrens to make the land drop with right color that probably will be black, maybe for Pestilence.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it needs to do right now. The only thing it matters is the Lone Missionary.
Lone Missionary plus Skyfisher, but it's a very hard combo to beat for Gasperi.
Yeah, it's not the start you want to have when you are on mono red burn.
On a tournament, yeah.
Yeah, especially in a big tournament like this, because losing a match, especially the first one, could be really frustrating, and you need to have a lot of mental strength to fight against the punch the game give to you. So.
Yeah, we are alone also today, but we have all of you in the chat, so would be great. Oh, that is quite good, because it's 2 discard and 3 damage, and also you have back the Skyfisher, so you can play your combo with Missionary and Skyfisher.
Yeah, once again.
Oh wow. That is quite hard to beat another land drop.
I think the game
is over.
Obviously, the draw didn't help Gasperi, but also the matchup is not the most favorable for her. So
1 damage for Thermal Alchemist, then Gasperi have the 1 damage, draw a card that untap your Thermal Alchemist, but it's not enough. this is over.
Yeah, I think so.
Two mana, cast down here.
Yeah, I don't think this is needed, but
No.
you know, the game is over. Grazie. Grazie
Wow.
mille.
Oh, Low Missionary. It's back in town, so I don't know. I think we don't have to talk a lot about the matchup because it's over and over. Sì, Ugo, lo facciamo subito. Purtroppo abbiamo avuto si era buggato tutto il programma, non andava, saltava lo streaming in continuazione, non era cambiato niente, si bloccava la cam, si bloccava il microfono, sono una sega e ora cerchiamo di sistemarlo. Ok, Zamparini won the match and this is probably one of the best matchup for Zamparini for sure.
Yeah, probably.
Because you have a lot of card to gain life, a lot of pressure in the board, good creature to block the barn creature, a lot of removal. Yeah, you're a good deck against barn for sure.
Yeah, I think it's better for the live and for the stream for all of you. Taking a little break because you need to fix a couple of things that happened because of the crash of the stream that happens before. So we're going to take just 2 minutes in order to return.
Thank you,
Shiny.
Mr. Everhay. Not the best start for Barn and for Julia, but Barn could won a lot of match in quite little time, so good luck to all the players for sure. There are 8 rounds after that, so the tournament is so long.
Nothing is lost.
Now it's time to refresh ideas and start the round 2 with a new mind and try to win the match.
All right.
Yes.
We will be back in just 2
2 minutes.